So I actually wrote a book about this whole thing. And it's really, I developed what I call the camera first formula. And it's essentially boils down to the science of screen to screen phenomenon. And I really wanted to know why I felt like I really knew these strangers. Because let's be real, I'm 40. I didn't grow up with this. It's a little weird to be like, oh, my best friends I chat with on social media. And, you know, it just felt unusual. Now, I'm sure for our kids' generation, it will be very normal. But what I found was that through, watching faces and facial recognition, which actually there's two parts of our brain dedicated just to facial recognition, and they're really large parts. They actually act like cameras. And that to me just showed that this is really important. Faces are super important. And the more that we can show it, and what's great about like Instagram story or even a Facebook Live or a Snapchat is that it's CRM, it's camera first. It's real time, which is the game changer, because instead of just watching you on like a YouTube video, I can actually talk to you while you're making the YouTube video, which is awesome. And then it's message enabled. That's the M. And that means that we can have a one-on-one private conversation. And what happens when that's taking place is, unlike being on Facebook and making a comment that everybody can see, we can start to have a conversation that nobody else gets to see. And we can go deeper. We can talk about what's going on in our lives. You know, we're probably not going to share that per se on a public forum. And we might not share our opinions about topics publicly, but we will in the DMs, in the direct message. So all those things put together accelerate a trust, and it becomes very intimate. And when you get into like, you know, kind of these thoughts of I'm actually physically holding someone in the palm of my hand, you know, we can talk about how impactful that is, and that we actually feel that we are, you know, connected because we physically are, you know, in some level connected to them. So yes, there are tons and tons of research and science about how our brains react to faces and how those private conversations can accelerate sort of the trust.